Hey everyone, this is Nishad and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to review about Menaka's Choice by Kavita Kane. Now this is my first book by Kavita Kane and I absolutely loved it, and I'm just looking forward to read more books by her. So without any further ado, let's get into the review of the book. Now, starting with the basic story of this book, it actually follows the story of Menaka, the Apsara from heaven, and like her love story with Vishwamitra, who is considered like one of the greatest sages of Vedic age. Now, what we have heard about them since all these like ages is that Menaka was particularly sent in earth in order to seduce Vishwamitra so that he could actually get diverted from his meditation. Vishwamitra at that point of time was becoming a very powerful man and he was becoming a threat to God. So God decided, like particularly Indradev decided to send Menaka in order to seduce him. And lastly, what follows is their lovemaking between Vishwamitra and Menaka, and with the with the birth of their child Shakuntala, and ultimately abandonment of Shakuntala by both Vishwamitra and Menaka, and returning of Menaka to heaven. That's what we have heard since all these ages. But in this particular book, Kavita Kane gives a different direction to this book, where she is making Menaka not only just a seductress, but a lover, but a woman with strong character. And here we do not find that there is only there is only lust which is existing between Vishwamitra and Menaka. What exists between them is a love which later on becomes a platonic love. Like even if they got separated, they could never forget each other, they could never forget their feelings and love for each other. So it's like a beautiful story which is not ending with any kind of sensual pleasure. It's a story about two lovers who fall in love under such circumstances where they were not supposed to fall in love, but there's like the way they fell in love, it became so sensational. It became one of the greatest love stories of our ages. So that's what like Kavita Kane explores in this story. Now beside this love story, there is a number of things going on in the background of the story, and this is about it actually explores the life of Apsaras. Like we don't know much about Apsaras, beside the fact that they are this extremely exquisite women. They're so beautiful that anybody would actually fall in love with them, and they are particularly have been seen as this in this very image of a seductress. But in this book, we get a very different picture of Apsaras. Like we get to see that Apsaras are obviously they are weapons that are used by gods uh, in order to kind of achieve their aim, and that aim is to seduce their enemies so that they would get diverted from their prescribed aim, and like this it would actually like bring the triumph, the victory of the god. But here we find that there are a number of things that are added with that. We find in heaven Apsaras are not only just treated as these weapons, but they have so much restrictions upon them that they cannot marry, they cannot have a child. But amidst all this, who stand out is Menaka, who is considered as one of the most beautiful Apsaras ever present in heaven. What makes this story so interesting to read is Menaka itself, her character. She is not a very meek, submissive Apsara who would get, kind of intimidated by the threat given by gods, or who would just placidly accept everything. She is an Apsara who would stand for her rights and would stand for any kind of injustice. And that's what makes Menaka's story so interesting. And also in this book we get a different view of heaven. Like we have always heard that heaven is a place where pleasure and happiness is permanent, but here we get to see that no, heaven is a place where in reality pleasure is something that is temporary. It is like kind of, a very ephemeral thing. So it has a number of things within it. So this book is totally like something that would feel you, make you cry. I mean, it's truly heart wrenching. Now, what is all about this choice that we are particularly talking about, and what does the title suggest? Now, see, as I said, that Menaka's story is not about her seducing Vishwamitra. It was actually the consummation of her love with Vishwamitra. Now we need to understand this, that Menaka was a very different Apsara. Like, she had for real wanted a life outside heaven. She had want permanent maternal life, marital life. She had wanted to be a mother. She had wanted to be a devoted wife. But being in heaven and being an Apsara was not an easier task for her. Being an Apsara means she had to escape from all this feelings, all this like earthly things. As I said, that Apsaras were not given the opportunity to marry, they were not given the opportunity to have babies. But Menaka was different. And a moment came in her life when she got the opportunity to have all this. Like, the opportunity came in the form of Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra gave her the opportunity to be his wife, to have babies with him. So Menaka had two options: either to leave him, to betray him, or to stay with him forever in and have this beautiful life. So what choice would she make? That's the question, and that's what the book is about. Now, I won't say a lot about this choice because that would spoil the entire plot of the book. But I would say that this choice that she would make would actually change the course of history. Like a change, this very choice would change someone, and this choice, as I said, would completely change the history of India, the history of the Vedic age. And now, what's this choice that she is making? We need to know this. As I've already mentioned, that Menaka's character is like one of the strongest characters in the entire book. Obviously, she is a protagonist and it's like a very women-centric book. But there's another character who comes into the limelight, and that is Vishwamitra himself. I mean, the transformation that he went through from the beginning to the end, it's truly splendid, and it's truly appreciable. Like a person who changes from stern to calmness, stern to this calm person, and it's completely like this whole journey of Vishwamitra's change is like, it's beautiful. And he's a very strong character. Like he has this aura of strength within himself, outside himself. So he's like truly splendid. I absolutely love these two characters. Lastly, I would like to talk about how this book is like game changer for women, because um, it's a book which actually kind of illustrate the fact that women uh, are just helpless in a patriarchal society. That whether it's in heaven, whether it's in earth, whether it's in the Vedic age, whether it's in the medieval age, women have always been kind of seen as the quote unquote other. They are the marginalized. And even if you are like a celestial being, like an Apsara, then also you don't have any position in society or in heaven in general, because you are, after all, a woman. So this book is actually a kind of a satire, or I would say it's like a very strong attack on patriarchal society, that like attack on patriarchal society in the sense through the character of like Menaka. As I said, the Menaka stood for her rights. Menaka stood against injustice. She kind of transgressed the rules and regulations led by heaven itself. So she is in general standing for like independence. She is the embodiment of revolt, and that's what makes this book interesting. That if a woman wants, then she can actually create her own identity in society, in a patriarchal society. And in general, when we look at other books of Kavita Kane, like as I have heard about them, that she is focusing on all these unsung heroines of like our great Puranas, Vedas, and of the great two epics that we have learned, we have heard, Ramayana and Mahabharata. And therefore that's what makes Kavita Kane's book so interesting. Like she is truly like a feminist writer. That's what actually makes it so interesting. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, stay safe. Bye bye.